Okay, let's move forward here for you, dear Virgo, with your reading. I was meditating on your energy before I turn on the camera. Before I get to that, though, this is your April reading, approximately standing between the 1st and the 31st of the month. Of course, right, energy is fluid, so it may resonate a few days before the 1st, a few days after the 31st, 30th, 31st of April. And for those of you who've been asking, where are the mid-March readings? They are live on my website now, and for those of you who've been following for quite some time, you know that the protocol has been for the past few months. I upload the overview general thematic readings of the month, approximately spanning the 1st to the 30th, 31st, for free on the channel, as well as sometimes I'll do, right, the 1st to the 15th as well, and new moon, full moon readings and the like. The 15th to the 31st readings are uploaded on my website, and you can feel free to purchase them there. They are $2.22 per sign, and they help me continue with them. So thank you so much for your dear support, dear Virgo. And again, right, those are live here. If you would like to watch the 15th to the 31st of March, feel free to tune in via the website alchemynew.com. Again, thank you so much for your support, and let's get right here to your reading, dear Virgo. It was very interesting because I was meditating on your energy before I turned on the camera, and I was hearing for you sandstorms. I'm hearing the song now. Whip it good. Okay, but I'm seeing you specifically in the desert, and there is sand blowing in the air. Okay, and it's I'm hearing the winds of change. You feel, Virgo, change, and it's like there's no going about it. It's like there's no way I'm hearing that I can. I'm hearing pretend like I don't see things. I'm hearing from a number of you. I can no longer pretend. I'm getting shivers for you, dear Virgo. I can no longer pretend. I'm hearing Taurus right here, right now. I can no longer pretend that I don't feel different. I'm hearing about it specifically for a number of you, that I don't feel, I'm hearing any longer outside of myself. I'm hearing outside of my frame of understanding what it is that I wish I'm here to bring forward. I'm here to the table for a number of you. There may be a focus on a partnership here, but of course, right, it can be taken in a number of ways. Dear Virgo, I'm hearing assets here. Then we'll split the deck right here. 7 of Pentacles, smack dab in the middle, right over this 4 of Wands, upright, right over the Fool, upright. Okay, there's a focus here on a new beginning, perhaps with an Aquarius for a number of you. There's a focus on finances, absolutely, and it's almost like the only way I'm hearing is along a path as I'm getting it for you, and it's almost like Taurus, Virgo, the Hermit, your card popping out here. The 8 of Pentacles in reverse. There is, again, right, a focus on what feels to be a constructive path forward. And you recognize that there is a financial material side to it. And as much as it is engaging, I'm hearing the dream world, I'm hearing the etheric realms, I'm hearing the imagination. There is, at the end of the day, a process and a workflow to it, to capacitating this vision, that requires of you to take measured, calculated steps. And it's so much so in this way that I'm hearing almost place on the back burner what is I'm hearing the visionary. I'm hearing visionary component. For a number of you, you may be, I'm hearing, if you're working with specifically an individual, specific message coming through for a number of you, if you're working with a specific individual, and I'm seeing the number of individuals working on a team, and I'm hearing one is a creative, one works with the creative content, one works with the visuals, specifically, and they may be a Pisces here. I'm getting it is associated with the High Priestess energy. It's almost as if it's like, okay, we can no longer, I'm hearing pay you. Okay, I'm hearing upfront specifically. We can no longer, I'm hearing allocate, okay, the resources that we were at a certain point in time to I'm hearing the visionary component, and there is an emotional coming out about this as I'm getting it for a number of you, okay? But at the same time, and you've got the 4 of Cups in reverse and the 4 of Wands upright. At the same time, though, and Becky and I mentioned this as well. If there is a conversation here that I'm hearing has been ongoing, there is, I'm hearing a very clear sort of conversation that takes place in an honest, raw way that is not like I'm getting it almost as, okay, we don't need you, I'm not getting that, but almost as if this is I'm hearing this is the situation. Okay, this is the situation. I'm getting that it is temporary for a number of you, but of course, general reading, take it as you will. Nonetheless, it's almost as if there is a waiting period on, and a priority given to waiting period on what is the I'm hearing next steps and stages of the visionary creative detailing. Okay, and it's almost like I'm specifically imagining someone who is a creative. Okay, a creative, I'm hearing mind, body, soul, who I'm hearing just is, I'm hearing the operative of the venture in a creative way yet again, and I'm seeing them at a table, and it's almost like they're waiting. I'm hearing it's snack time, and they're like and they're waiting for, I'm hearing their turn. I'm hearing to speak again, to come again, to perhaps collaborate again. And the feeling that I'm getting for you, Taurus, is that that what needs to be put into place in order is the priority, and it's almost like what we can work with that I'm hearing can almost fit into a that we can almost place it as a peg in a peg hole. I'm hearing that we can work with, that we can give structure to, will be given attention to. What it is that is almost I'm hearing outlier, the outlier effect. I'm hearing what it is that is, I'm hearing works outside of the boundaries. I'm hearing in the confines of time and space. I'm also hearing of finances. We are, I'm hearing going to wait with. We're going to wait with, again, specific message coming through for a number of you. There is, though, in alluding to it, a new beginning here, a new cycle, a new chapter of how this propensity will be engaged. And if it can be your very own energy, right? The High Priestess here, the card of Pisces that I typically associate with Pisces. And it's almost like, okay, well, I'm hearing, I realize that I have the propensity to dream, okay, and I can dream big. I'm hearing expansive. I'm hearing outlier again. There may be this focus on the ability to think and to hold as well a certain premonition of trends, specifically with what can come about in the future. But excuse me, Virgo, you feel, as I'm getting it, that as much as you desire to take this approach with your work, and if this is your own energy coming through, that you desire it so much that you want to ground this propensity. And to ground this propensity, there is the focus on what will be the sort of foundation for how you channel this energy. And I'm seeing it almost as it's like a certain individual who, let's say, yet again, is so creative, is so, I'm hearing, bounteous. I'm hearing with their thoughts, okay, and it's almost like, well, I could dream for eons. I could dream on of what I would want to create and how I'm hearing I would want to shape my world. But I'm hearing I got to put the lid on it. I got to put the cap on it at a certain point in time to understand how it is that I am walking forward. I'm hearing with my eyes closed. Okay, very interesting. I'm imagining somebody who is almost, I'm hearing moonlighting. Moonlighting, I'm hearing specifically for a number of you. Moonwalking. I'm seeing somebody who, it's almost like I'm hearing the goal is to walk in a certain way with my eyes closed. Super interesting here, Virgo. But to be able to do that, to be able to walk, right, closing my eyes, I want to feel that there is, I'm hearing, stability, that there is a path for me to walk along. And I'm hearing through as well. Then maybe that you desire a sense of transformation. It's almost like I'm seeing that there is a certain individual who's almost like they want to feel that they are climbing. It's almost like I want to feel that I'm walking. I'm hearing along a range, okay, and it's almost like I want to feel the progress. I don't want to just dream. I want to feel that I am also financially. I'm hearing physically. I'm hearing. Making movement and change forward. And yet again, it's like, okay, well, I want to carve the path so that I can, I'm hearing get these wagon wheels rolling. Now there is a major conversation here happening on another level, as I'm getting it for a number of you, strongly so. You have here the Judgment card with, I'm hearing sitting high. I'm hearing high with the High Priestess, and the Fool upright. Okay, 3 cards here, right, in triangulated form, looking over at this emotional conversation, this clarity, this emotional clarity, illumination of, I'm hearing how it is that we wish to place this propensity to dream, and to, as well, in a certain way, activate these dreams in by way of our actions. And it's like, okay, well, I'm dreaming it, and how is it that in a certain way I'm moving towards that dream? Again, right, the fundamentalism of which is your focus in a financial, material, perhaps even physical way. And it's like, I gotta physically prepare for moving in this direction as well for a number of you. Now, there's so much focus on how you carry yourself to make the changes that are accessed by, I'm hearing, the higher mind. And there is, at a certain point, as you may feel it, a complete shift in landscape, as I'm getting it for a number of you, perhaps environment, perhaps also paradigm of how it is that in a certain way we engage our ability to connect, I'm hearing, with higher planes for a number of you. Okay, specific message coming through. Now, your very own card, yet again, with the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, let's see what sneaks out from beneath the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, Leo's card of the Major Arcana, Strength. 5 of Pentacles in reverse, the Ace of Cups in reverse. You're moving closer towards what will feel so much like an absolute emotional I'm hearing it as reorienting. But it's so interesting for you, Virgo, and I'm hearing Taurus. There is the melding, it's like quite literally the melding of the emotional, energetic, spiritual sense and state of awareness of being, of your being, and your access point. You recognize that perhaps there's an emotional, spiritual connection to your finances, and the dimension that is physical, that is material, that is financial. What connects these two, as you recognize it very clearly, as I'm getting it, is how you glue the pieces together, how you connect and create a vision that honors your need, that is both emotional, that is both physical, that is, I'm hearing, bound in time and space. Perhaps by way, I'm hearing, of the physical mind. Very interesting. By way of how it is that we construct or mentalize perhaps matters of career and finances. What it is that we are literally partaking in a physical way, in a professional way as well. For a number of you, you're taking, I'm hearing, downtime. You're taking your time with really understanding, well, hold on a second. I don't want to just keep, I'm hearing chugging and plugging. I'm here going in circles. I also don't want to just keep supporting. Okay, for a number of you, it's not about just movement and change. It's not just about the actual sense of progress. It's about the direction that I move in. And I want to ensure that I am paving that path, that I am carving out that direction for myself. I'm hearing of myself, of my being. I'm hearing for a number of you, it's the desire to again, I'm hearing honor the emotional dimension, emotional needs, very personal needs through what we are experiencing physically, financially as well. Again, I'm getting, so it's almost like if you've been working, okay, I'm hearing specifically in a certain line of work for quite some time. I'm hearing eons. I'm hearing eons of success, and it may be something that you have cultivated in a certain way of success with. I'm hearing a rapport with as well, perhaps built up a certain network. The question is, how is it that I move forward from here on out in such a way that I'm hearing not only makes sense or makes things as productive, but is aligned for me, within me. Very interesting. Okay, now let's pull these cards over. The Sun upright, beautiful. The Daughter of Pentacles in reverse. These cards came through for Aries as well. You may be dealing with an Aries. 7 of Cups as well came through for Aries. Upright. 6 of Wands upright. There may be a focus on a partnership that is financial, a focus on what direction do we also want to take with our creative assets. How is it that we want to, in a certain way, channel these assets, channel these abilities I'm hearing as well that are greatly creative in such a way that I'm hearing is I'm hearing dictated. Okay, perhaps there's a desire to I'm hearing expand how it is that we are participating in our work. And what I'm envisioning is an individual who it's almost like, well, I've been creating, I'm hearing all on my own. I'm hearing success. I'm hearing empire for a number of you. What I'm hearing, I call my own. I'm hearing the home. I'm seeing though, it's almost like I don't want to just be. I'm hearing the platform off of which I operate. I want, in a certain way, I'm hearing to collaborate with others in a structured way that leaves room for growth, maintaining the form of what it is that is the intrinsic value of my work, that is unique, I'm hearing, to me, what is my value proposition that I bring to the table. But it's like, I don't want to have to be, I'm hearing, front and center all the time. I don't want to have to, I'm hearing, just because I'm hearing I created it, just because I'm hearing founded it, just because I raised it, doesn't mean that I'm hearing want to show up every day. Okay, that I want to, I'm hearing be the end all game. Okay, it's almost like the feeling I'm getting is I'm hearing outsourcing for a number of you. I'm also hearing, I'm imagining somebody who is I'm hearing leveling up, is perhaps there's a jump in your work in some kind of way. Take it as you will, however it is that you may resonate with that. And it's almost like, well, I'm hearing, specifically seeing CEO. I'm hearing CEO, somebody who perhaps holds their own business. I'm hearing also their own degree, their own range of work. Okay, master of their craft. I'm hearing specifically, who realizes that how they work with their assets as an independent individual of the creation that they, I'm hearing, they associate with, and it may be by way of their actual physical body. It's almost like they may be the icon of their work in a certain way. It's almost like, okay, well, it's like this, Taurus. The vision I'm getting for you is, let's say, right, that I'm hearing Chef Gusteau. Okay, Chef Gusteau opens his kitchen, their kitchen. I'm hearing they are the name and the face of that business. I'm hearing alliance, and there may be a focus on a partnership here. They may feel that they are so connected to their work in a personal way, on a personal level. I'm hearing confrontation, that they feel that they are in a certain way. So I'm hearing they are the business, okay, and they are interacting on a I'm hearing interpersonal level, perhaps with clients. Specific, again, message coming through for a number of you. It's almost, or other businesses as well. There is, though, the recognition that I'm hearing, I don't want to be doing this forever. I'm hearing, I don't want it to be where I'm hearing I come in every day to work and I'm hearing greeting the same people. I'm hearing I want, in a certain way, to feel that, yes, I have, in a certain way, I'm hearing raised, okay, this, I'm hearing this being, I'm hearing this baby, I'm hearing as well, from the ground up. and that I've raised it enough to allow it to unfold on its own. And there is for you, Virgo, a sort of an emotional, sentimental sort of tug of war, so to speak. Okay, with that proposition. Okay, and it's almost like, how is it that I don't show up after having showed up for so long? And I'm specifically imagining a chef who is like, okay, well, I've created the recipes, and I now have, I'm hearing, I've brought on board others to be able to reproduce my work. It's really emotional, Virgo. It's super emotional as I'm getting it here for you, specifically with the Seven of Cups, Daughter of Pentacles. There has been created in a certain way as you perceive it, okay? Perhaps for a number of you, a certain aspect of I'm seeing it as the business that is not tangible, that is not material, that is not financial, that is emotional, that is energetic, may even be spiritual for a number of you. That you have grappled with in a certain way, as I'm getting it, that in a certain way you have I'm hearing brought home with you, that perhaps has had a certain effect on home life, on family life for a number of you, that may have tested you. Okay, I'm hearing emotional boundaries, and there may have been, I'm hearing overwork, okay, emotionally, and by way of, again, finances. That I'm hearing miscarriage, however that may resonate with you. Perhaps you have in a certain way recognized that you were to release, that you desired to release, perhaps for a number of you in a certain way, that you recognize, I'm hearing must have boundaries, and that must be contained, as I'm getting it, as you may perceive it. But there's been an emotional value to this experience and to your work that I'm hearing predetermined, that in a certain way you felt was what shaped the experience. Physically, financially, materially. And when forming and forging a new path of how you are to engage with what you've been engaged in for so long, you recognize that you're not only moving through a reconfiguration of a physical, financial, material reality, but that in a certain way, there is an emotionalism to it that is to be addressed. And I'm getting that is energizing for you, as well as a focal point of change. And the moment that you address it very clearly, there is almost a simultaneous clarity of how you want to move forward in the way that speaks to you. Virgo, I'm hearing Taurus for you here again. I'm hearing Sagittarius, Aries, and your assets. And then maybe focus again on a financial sort of focus and path. Okay, now you have here the card of Taurus right over the moon, the card of Sagittarius, Scorpio. I have said Sagittarius, Scorpio, Cancer, and the Mother of Pentacles. I'm getting this is your own energy, and it's mirroring here the Hierophant. There may be a partnership here that is has been on the table for quite some time. I'm hearing loose. I'm hearing cutting loose. Okay, for a number of you, it's if you've been. I'm hearing the provider, the provider, both emotionally and financially. Excuse me, Virgo. There is the recognition that I'm hearing we are ready for day to come. Okay, we're ready for change to cycle through. And you have both the moon and the sun, right? Focus on cycles. And what it is that in a certain way we have identified, I'm hearing the structure of our work, perhaps with a certain partnership, as within the landscape of what we've been contributing to, again, financially, materially, also by way of our healing propensities, as I'm getting it for a number of you, our ability to nurture, okay? Caretake, right? That being very much associated with the Virgo archetype, specifically as well the 6th house. We recognize what actually feeds us as well in that process and that experience. I'm hearing specifically of giving. I'm hearing as well of relaying a certain message. And what it is that has remained as an emotional awareness, but that has not been addressed. And what I'm getting for you, Virgo, again, Taurus, wants to really speak out for you here. What I'm getting for you is that you desire so much to understand how to carry this clarity forward. Again, in a practical way, in a material, financial way as well. And perhaps that has been in a certain way, as you may have perceived it, what the challenge has been to acknowledging what you've been feeling, what it is that you haven't been feeling as well for a number of you. And it's almost like, have I been emotionally satisfied? Have I been emotionally, spiritually, energetically as well, satiated in my work specifically? And what are the ways in which I haven't been? I bring through this period in the cycle of change to form and forge a brand new path for myself. So beautiful, Taurus. So beautiful here. Okay. And there is a focus on, got 3 8s. 8 of Swords in reverse, 8 of Wands in reverse, the 8 of Cups upright, the 9 of Swords upright, the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. There is, and you got the 4 of Swords as well. Okay, upright. There's a whole lot of culmination of preparative sort of energies, as I'm hearing it as preparation. How it is that we are in a certain way orienting ourselves towards the awareness of what this cycle has meant for us, not in a compartmentalized way, but what it has meant for us within the context of what it is to play a certain role as and where we move on from here on out. There is a focus on what we've constructed as a certain also mentality around what it is and how it is that we've been moving through our work. Okay, and in fact, you have 4 8s here in your spread, Virgo. You have as well the 8 of Pentacles that's in reverse. There is the absolute release of paradigm. Of how we have in a certain way fabricated a certain paradigm, how we have sort of, I'm hearing nailed in, hammered in certain walls. I'm seeing plywood specifically, and there is, though, at the very basis of it, the underpinning of it, an emotional storyline. And I'm hearing how much is okay. I'm hearing how much is okay, and how much is it that we seek change and transformation. I'm hearing the winds to move us, and I'm hearing for the winds to move with us. Okay, so beautiful. This is a card of Cancer, and it speaks to transformation and change by way of the physical home environment as well. And there may be a focus here on the readiness for that, the preparation for that. That feels to be a major shift in paradigm, specifically by way of, I'm hearing, home life, family life as well. So thank you so much, dear Virgo, for tuning into your video. Love and light to you all. And thank you so much for tuning in. I highly recommend you check out your rising, ascendant, or moon sign, as well, as oftentimes those may provide you with further insights into your situation. For example, I know that I resonate a lot with my moon sign, which is Sagittarius. My sun is Pisces, and my rising, ascendant sign is Scorpio, and I do sometimes also resonate with my rising sign. So if you don't know your signs, you can click the link below in the bio description box that I provide, and that will calculate them for you. Just note, though, that you do need your rising, ascendant sign. You need your quasi-exact birth time to get your rising ascendant sign, most likely, as it can change with a few minutes here and there. Play with it. If you have a certain range of your birth time that you can sort of bet on, so to speak, and see what you get. Okay, thank you so much, dear Virgo, for tuning in. Love and light to you all. And I've launched a mentorship session. I'm beckoning to mention this for you, a mentorship session here that it is not a reading, okay, but it's a sort of a live analysis of your birth chart. So I know some of you, right, kind of prefer there to be an interactive component as it pertains to also brainstorming, okay, through your birth chart, what sort of avenues may be most conducive for your particular elemental energetic propensities, what direction may be most conducive for the channeling of your particular gifts and assets as seen by way of your energetic blueprint. So I take a deep dive with that, more so in the astrological report, which is about 13 pages long, and it's written out. I also have a video recording version of that if you would prefer me to speak through your your birth chart. But nonetheless, for those of you who would like a sort of interactive approach, okay, to sort of talk through and bounce ideas around as to what it is that may satisfy you by way of your career, and again, taking a look at your birth chart, so we can move through that in a private session, one-on-one, via Skype or phone. And that mentorship session is now live, available for booking, and you could do so via my website, alchemyandyou.com, via the link in the bio description box below. You got any questions, feel free to email me at alchemyandyou@gmail.com, or you can chat me live on my website, Alchemy and You. There should be a little pop up there. If you leave a message and you leave the website, if I don't respond immediately, then please just leave your email so I can get back to you there. All right, thank you so much, dear Virgo. Love and light to you all on this transformational journey forward, and I'll see you soon. Bye.